doing this and first starting this project, like this was when there were the issues with the Gen 3 paddles being delisted, stuff like that. And so there were a lot of questions from USAP about what we were doing. NAM was in China like 3 times over the course of 4 months.
Yeah.
A lot of nuances and the parameters are super tight for this paddle.
We told him it's the same circumference. It doesn't have to be the same exact geometry.
Kyle, how many messages are you having to read through?
It says 96 new messages.
Yeah.
It's the drop, the big drop. We've been anticipating this for over a year.
A week away from January 30th, the release of the TruFOAM. How's it feel? How's it being in business with your childhood friend and your family?
Honestly, it's pretty much the exact way I would want to have it. I love it. You know, Kyle and I work super well together. I think we complement each other's skills really well. He's, you know, he's really like just smart, analytic. He's like an amazing problem solver. Just really good at the things that obviously I just don't have the experience in. Pretty much 30 years of trust built behind that, right? So we're pretty much like brothers, and working with my mom is awesome too. Like, you know, like I'm super busy, right? And you know, I don't get to see, you know, like other family members that often just because I'm working so much. And to be able to come into work every day and see my mom and you know, just have that relationship with her, it's, you know, it's priceless.
Whoa, legends, bro, legends.
Dude, you're lucky I have my shirt on.
Yeah, what are you and Nam doing back here? This is sweet. So this is like the main office?
This is the only office.
Oh, this is
The headquarters.
We have
NAM's office.
We have NAM's, and then we have shipping facility too. So we don't ship out of here.
Yeah.
Is this the...
Lynn, we haven't been doing our photo booth thing. Ready?
I know, let's do it.
So hold your camera. There we go. We'll put you on our wall.
Print it out.
So the Gen 1 was the black one. I had that, right?
That boy.
It is that?
Boy, yeah.
Oh, okay. And then this was
That's
was that
the X series, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Here is.
I don't know if I've been to a...
Here's Elsie. Elsie helps somewhere, huh?
Hey, how are you?
Elsie, do you consent to being on this?
Who do you guys have now for athletes?
Main ones are Thomas Wilson, Vivian David, Elise Jones. From a like content producer standpoint, like Tanner Tomasi, Tanner Pickleball.
Tanner's dope.
And he's super excited about the new paddles. I would say more than anybody, Tanner of the athletes is like the most excited about TruFOAM Genesis. He like texts us all the time, just like, when's it gonna drop? When can I tell people? He was like trying to use them in all his videos.
A lot of junk. It's not junk, actually. It's more treasure, right?
That's right.
It's archives.
Yeah, archives. Carbon Concepts, dude.
Carbon Concepts.
Didn't like some influencer or someone ambassador have the actual TruFOAM and they tried selling it and then...
Oh, that's probably one that Nam gave to him, dude, honestly.
That's happened a bunch of times.
Yeah.
It popped up somewhere. Everyone was talking about it. They're like, dude, this person tried to sell it.
Some people were offering athletes a bunch of money for TruFOAM prototypes as well. I think the highest I heard was like, it was like either $1,500 or $2,000.
What?
They said no. Well, I don't know which athletes said yes because they didn't tell us, but that one said no apparently.
Did you say you would have done it?
Jeez, Nam. Wow.
How did I hear, Garrett?
Carbon Con.
I don't know if it's like showing good or not. Yeah. Conference room. Meetings happen here. We got also Lindsay, who's normally here. She works there in the corner because we have limited office space.
Love the fat head of Vivian.
Viv in the bushes.
And when it comes to quality and innovation and all these great things, I can't help but be reminded of my sponsor. Sponsor of today's video is Vuori. Vuori is a brand that focuses on athletic apparel and lifestyle clothing. Some of the more popular items is the core shorts, the Sunday performance joggers, and the Strato Tech tee. Personally, I like the Ponto t-shirt, Ponto crew neck. Actually, really like anything in that Ponto line. The Ponto line uses that dream knit fabric. It's super, super soft. Great for when you're like lounging at home. It's a great alternative to sweats because you can be super comfortable in it and it still has those moisture wicking properties. If you want to give them a try, go to vuori.com/buildingpickleball and you get 20% off your first order, and you also get free shipping on any orders of $75 or more. And if you order something and you try it out and maybe the color or the sizing wasn't what you expected, they also do free returns. Enjoy the rest of the video.
Wasn't the same. It didn't have the same bite like when you were playing with the classic just now.
Oh, she does.
Okay, here, I'll show you.
Dude.
That's
That's sick.
So you guys,
It's like high.
sit, touch.
Oh.
Good try. That's too high for her. She's sort of a trained seal. She can do. Oh, come here. Come. Let's see.
Spin.
No, wait. That's a right angle. What the heck? Okay, Ella, excuse me. Good girl.
What? She just got out of your way?
So it's like when you have like groceries or something, you're like, excuse me, she like backs up and goes,
Oh,
oh,
got it.
Or like trying to come through the door, she should listen. Ella, excuse me. Good girl. Alright, here we go. Touch. Oh, yes. Touch. Again, come on.
Dude,
One
where's
more.
the treat? Where's my
Oh,
treat?
that was so lame.
She has like a little hop. Yeah.
So I can tell you without a doubt from a USAP standpoint, like we're approved far into the future, so no one has to worry about that. From a UPAA standpoint, there's a little bit more up in the air, not because of our paddle, but more because they're figuring out how they want to do everything.
Just for this first paddle, at least, it's easier to have a 14. And then the second reason is, and this is kind of the most important, our whole tech, the whole reason behind the foam and the way we're situating voids and stuff, the foam doesn't perform the same way as honeycomb. You don't need a 16 for your paddle to feel softer. We can control that with the way the voids are situated and playing with the density a little bit in the foam.
That we sponsor a handful of tournaments throughout the country, in addition to like PPA, obviously. But yeah, one thing that we have coming, I don't know when we're going to officially announce it, but this is what you're referring to is the Carbon Cares program is what we've coined it. If you can't see from this far away, it's a wooden paddle. The idea
Gen
here,
5?
Yeah, Gen 5 for sure. The True Wood coming to a store near you. $450, get ready. No, so the idea here was like, we were thinking like, all right, how do we give back to the pickleball community, or what do we want to do from a charitable standpoint? What we kept coming back to was like, the thing that matters most to the pickleball community and to us is just getting more people to play. Like once you expose them to the sport, a huge number of them
keep playing, and it changes their lives for the better. I mean, you hear that story over and over again, right? Across all ages. And so the thought here was like, how do we get paddles in the hands of young people across the board, but ideally in like underserved communities in particular, in the US and then maybe internationally as well. And so the thought process here was like, let's make a really, really durable paddle that kids could basically trash, little kids, and it would play decent enough so that they could learn the sport and play in PE or after school programs or whatever it is. And that was this.
What's the past few weeks been like?
Man, it's like I thought we were busy before, and like, you know, we're always, like most businesses, really busy during the holidays, and then it kind of tapers off in January. But you know, this particular time, there was no tapering off because we were planning and trying to rush to get this launch going. So it's been just hectic. You know, just getting content and making sure our deliveries are on time and all that stuff. Like, it's just nonstop. But like I said, I don't think I'd have it any other way, man. I love it.
Have you faced any manufacturing or production issues?
Yeah, I mean, like any company, you run into hiccups all the time, and that's really, you know, it's like, it's frustrating, but that's what really interests me, is like when we run into issues and doing like the problem solving to figure out like, okay, why did this happen? How can we fix it? And just making like decisions like as fast as you can with as much like logic behind those decisions as possible. Like I love figuring out those issues. So yeah.
This is the basement.
This is paradise, dude.
This is literally the basement. This is why I always say I'm stuck in the basement.
He's wearing his Arctic parka.
Yeah.
Because he's not allowed to go 10 feet outside where it's sunny.
Hide the prototypes.
Hide the
It really came down to trusting his expertise, and you know, since for the most part this was his creation, we wanted to make sure that he was able to clearly portray his vision to the factory. It's really hard to do that over, you know, phone calls, video calls, just
emails,
sending SOPs over. Like, they can kind of understand, but like, it's really important that we're there so they know the importance on the attention to detail that we require for these paddles. There's a lot tighter parameters that are required. A lot of nuances, and the parameters are super tight for this paddle, where, you know, there's just not a lot of room for error. So it was important that he was back there. It gave us a lot of peace of mind as well.
Yeah, I mean, it gave me peace of mind just doing justice to our product. I think it's like a whole other thing where we want to be confident what we're giving to our customers. We can stand behind it.
Yeah.
Because if we can't, then I mean, I wouldn't be comfortable. I know Garrett wouldn't be comfortable putting it in someone else's hands.
Yeah, and it's important to develop these types of relationships with the factories that you're working with.
Yeah,
it shows like that you're dedicated to the product, and that you're a legit company, that you take your product seriously.
Yeah, like we're willing to put in the time, effort, you know, resources, even physically being there. Just making sure that we're working with them in tandem, not just us
barking orders.
Doing a transactional relationship, right?
Like this design, obviously, like you can see, it would allow a lot of flex. So the paddle hit like super hard, but also like possibly inconsistent at some points, or you know, just hard to control. So it just kind of evolved from there to the way the Genesis is now.
And we're constantly doing R&D, like it doesn't ever stop. I'm pretty sure Garrett and I are kind of wired the same way, where it would be like 10, 11 p.m. at night, and it's like, dude, damn, like this is something that I just thought of. And kind of how it happens, like that's how Genesis happened, that's how...
And like a lot of times we were like pretty close to or had already submitted like SOPs to the factory, and then I would like call Nam at like 11 at night, like, dude, I think we should change this, or I think we should change this, and so that sets us back like a week, you know, stuff like that. It's a new frontier of like what to do with paddles and how to manufacture them. So like there's so many different ideas that you can implement.
A week away from January 30th, the release of the TruFOAM. How's it feel?
I'm excited. It feels surreal for where we were, but I mean, I'm happy that we are there. I can't wait for, you know, the pickleball industry to start playing with it. It's something that feels completely different. There's no company that was able to do it yet, and I'm glad to say that we were the first ones to come out with the full foam, 100% full foam paddle. But it's having your design, having our design, and all the countless hours, sleepless nights that we put into making the product being so unique. It's nice to see a tangible product that people finally have in their hands in 7 days. So
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be really good. I'm excited about it for sure. You know, I love this paddle. I think everybody, for the most part, is gonna really like it. And you know, I'm anticipating like just an all hands on deck scenario where you know, the whole team is just ready to be helping in all aspects of the business. And yeah, it's gonna be a busy day.
I'm excited. It's been a long time coming. Too long.
How long has it been?
Over 18 months.
What do you expect is going to happen on January 30th?
Well, I hope we sell a lot of paddles and people are going to be very excited. And I'm sure we're all going to be pitching in from a customer service standpoint. Our customer service team is trying to get ready, but we anticipate a lot of calls and emails too.
We can go surfing if you want.
It's like
Sam can take
completely
you.
different here.
dude, what is
Okay. All right. I will make sure that doesn't stay.
Okay. That was a little bit of a year's
That's Gen
development.
5 shit, bro.
Yeah.